Hey everybody, hope you're doing well today. Would like to welcome you to another lesson. This is going to be a great lesson. This is Ventura Highway. A lot of cool things going on in this song, so thank you for dropping by. I sure appreciate your support and watching my videos. Please feel free to subscribe and hopefully you'll enjoy this one coming up. So this is Ventura Highway by America. This is kind of like 1973 or something, maybe. I don't know. All I know is it was real popular when I was in high school, and this song still goes over good today. So there's like a lot of different things going on with these chords here, but on this particular song, I would like to introduce to you the G major 7th and the G6. This actually has a lot of major 7th chords in it. And again, this technique isn't exactly like the recording, okay, because this is kind of my version of it, and it's the way I played it in the band too. So you can't do everything like the recording, but I will show you some parts of the recording that I know that I do differently, just because I'm the only guitar player in the band. So we're in the key of D, okay. So let's go back and think of our key of D. What's our 3 main chords in the key of D? Okay, we have a D, okay, and the 4 is the G, okay, and then the 5 chord is the A, the A7, okay, and then the relative minor to G. I'm kind of going through this fast today since we covered this in some other lessons, so if you have any questions, you just feel free to send a message or something to me. So the E minor is relative to G, okay, and we also have an F sharp minor in this song. And I'll show you this cool F sharp minor. We did the same one in upside down. That's relative minor to the A, okay. So that's kind of where we're at with this whole thing. And again, let's just do this real quick. So you have D, E, F, G, and A. So okay, D, G, and A. That's your 1, 4, and 5, okay? And so you always want to get that foundational part of the song in your head locked in, and then that way you know why you're playing that E minor, and you know where that F sharp minor is coming from. Okay, the intro is it's actually done with 2 guitars on the recording. Now they're actually playing a G6 in this. They're actually doing this. Chewing on a piece of grass, walking down the road. Okay. I said I've never played it that way because it just didn't sound right on that little intro. What they're doing, I'll show you real quickly what they're actually doing. So they're going, one guitar does this. And so I haven't practiced that in ages. So the first guitar does that, the second guitar does something like, oops. Okay, so you have those 2 guitars going together, so that sounds really, really nice. And of course, I think if this probably isn't the right to do that on. Really hard to do. Okay, you could probably maybe go. Might be easier to do it that way, but anyways, that's if you have 2 guitars. So the way I kind of ended up doing it, since I was only a guitar player, is I just ended up going like this. Okay, which is nice if you're just playing by yourself. Okay, so that's how I do it when I play acoustically, and if you're like the only guitar player in the band. Okay, And I've always played this song with this G major 7. Guess I've been doing it wrong all these years, but it's I've always kind of mixed them, but you know, predominantly I always end on that G major 7th when I'm doing that intro. Let me point this camera down a little bit too so you can kind of see the strumming. I'll talk a little bit about the strumming, but again, I really don't get to too much on strumming with these lessons here. I'll just show you the basics. Actually, the strumming through this song it's all over the place. Some really cool strumming parts in there, though. If you really want to listen to it closer and get that down. So we've got the intro. I'm going to do that one more time for you, real slow. Oops, I'm supposed to hit that chord first. Let me do that again, sorry. Then it goes into the verse, so you have that intro, and then the verses, it's a G6. And this is how you play a G6. It's okay, you're just leaving this off the root. This ends up being the 6th. So and this is a D6 right here. Okay, so if you want to do it that way, you could do it that way. Yeah, just for some reason, you know, the way I ended up playing it just never sounded right unless you put that major 7th in there. So, anyways, personal taste for whatever that's worth. So let's talk about these chords. So this is the G6. Okay, to play it correctly. And where that 6th is coming from the 6th degree of the major scale. So if you go back to your G major scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, the 6th note is an E, which you can play on your E string, your high E string, so you get that. Chewing on a piece of grass, walking down the road. Tell me how long you're gonna stay, Joe. Okay, so for the D major 7th, just play a regular D chord. This note here, this D, that's your root note, okay, or one of the root notes. If you just simply take that 3rd finger off and bar those 3 notes, that's it, your D major 7th. Boy, I'm all over the place with this thing. That's your D major 7th, okay? Remember, the major 7th is always a half step below the root, okay? So this is your G6th, okay, and then this is your D major 7th, just to make that clear. That's really fun to jam on. I have to hold myself back on that. So you're going to have 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. I'm not much into the whole strumming thing, the way I play, but you know, this is more about the chords and just getting this, you know, being able to play this acoustically, and especially if you're singing, it's going to be really hard to, you know, if you really want to fill out the sound. I just kind of go off of, if you have this, if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, you have your quarter notes, then your 8 notes, 2 and 3, and then you have your 16th notes, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. you can kind of mix that and kind of fill in with the groove. Okay, so again, that's just a combination of 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1 E and a 2 E and, okay? It's just 8th notes, 16th notes and quarter notes, so just kind of mix it up. You know, do what makes you feel good. Have fun with it. Okay, I really think you've got enough to worry about with getting these chords down too than to be worrying so much about like getting the strumming just perfect and all that stuff, okay? If you're going to try to sing, wow, yeah, that's a lot to put on your plate. Okay, so we have the D major 7th, and again, if we do a D major scale, I'm going to go up all the way up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's the 7th note of the major scale. Okay, that note is a C sharp, and it's right here. Voila, there's a C sharp. See that? So here's your D. The major 7th is that C sharp. Okay, so you have like the 6th note coming from the G scale. So that's E. And then you have your D major 7th, so G6 and D major 7th. Okay. Now these chords will be in the chord sheet on my website. Then let's see. We go into a chorus. So we're doing that G6 again. Ventura Highway in the sunshine, where the days are longer, that's stronger than moonshine. Gonna go, and I know. This is the chord that they go to. It's an F sharp sus, which is a cool chord. You have your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret 6th string, and this will just be dead. And you have your 3rd finger on the 4th string 2nd fret, and your pinky on the 3rd string 2nd fret. So really sounds cool. The way I like to play it a lot of times, though, just for the sake of simplicity, I don't know, this whichever way is easier for you. If you play the F sharp sus like this is the one we learned in upside down, because you're right here on your D major 7th. Your 1st finger is already on the right string and fret. So if you just stand it up and you get this, okay, that's the. And what I like about this is because it does that little vamp on that F sharp minor 7th. It's like an add 4. It's still a sus. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when it goes, and the days surround your daylight there. So if you get this, see where these 2 fingers are already where they need to be. So you can just slide down, get into your E minor, okay, instead of playing it like this. Okay, sorry, my fingers are sore. I've been playing the piano. So you come up here. Now look how easy this is to slide to the E minor. And then to the G. Okay, that's all there is to it. That's all the chords. Let's see. What else is there on this song? I'll show you a cool G6 right here. Okay. This is really nice. You basically have your second finger on the 6th string, 3rd fret, and we're going to put our pinky on this D, and then you're going to be on the 4th string, 2nd fret, and this is another way to do a cool G6. Real pretty, okay. I'll show you something else cool you can do in here too. And again, this is just kind of my own thing. So when you're playing this D major 7th, this is kind of if you're more advanced. Like a lot of times when you see me do this, I'm just playing off of this D major scale, and I'll show you this. This is just kind of like an eagle claw D. Okay. So that's kind of hard, but what's a little bit easier to do is this G, and this will work like on any kind of song if you're playing in the key of G. So let me go ahead and show you the G major 7th real quick too. If you play, we've been playing the G chord like this with your 3rd finger on the B string, like this. We've been doing this, and then that way we can get into the A7. Okay. To do a G major 7th, you just take that finger off and put your 1st finger on the 2nd fret 1st string. Okay. That gives you that G major 7th. Then to the D major 7th. And then if you have this G major 7th, you get like lots of fun little notes, so you can tinker around with that. Like Tequila Sunrise does this. Those are just basically notes from the G major scale. Okay, so let's see. I think that's about it. Let's see what else is there. Yeah, this song, it's kind of an interesting. I'll tell you a little bit of history about it. I guess from this is just telling you what I heard. This is in Ventura Highway. Apparently there isn't a real Ventura Highway. I guess when they wrote this song, there was a story about that they were just young kids when they wrote this song, that they had a flat tire along the highway, and so that's when they wrote this song, apparently just on the side of the road, and while their dad was fixing the flat tire. And because there was some discussion about, well, back in the 70s, they didn't write songs that made any sense, so like when they're talking about where the days are longer, the nights are moonshine, free wind blowing through your hair, seasons cry no despair, alligator lizards in the air, and some people are like, well, that's America, they're terrible, that doesn't make sense, what are they talking about? Well, back in the 70s, they were just writing songs. They were kind of like little vignettes, of each little part of the song might take you someplace, and the alligator lizards in the air they were like looking at the clouds and the sky, and so maybe, that's how they came up with some of those lyrics. So, it's not to be taken literally. Okay. So I thought that was an interesting fact about that song. I didn't know that. So, anyways, that's Ventura Highway. So again, the whole purpose is we're still playing around with this F sharp minor sus, okay? Because we eventually want to get into doing these bar chords, because when they do this part of the song, I think they're actually playing an F sharp minor there. But while you're getting your fingers used to doing this right here, once you have that down, then it's going to be easy to do that F sharp minor. And of course, you get to learn the G6, the G major 7th, and the D major 7th. Okay, again, here's your D chord, there's your D major 7th. Okay, so real pretty chord. So all right, everyone, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Hope you have a great day, and we will see you on the next lesson. Okay, bye-bye.